Best part. It's gonna surprise a lot of people, and I appreciate the close-up. I guess this is an important revelation. Excuse me, I'm fighting a cold. Let me carry on. Best place, best time, like Scott S. And this is gonna seem trivial to some, but it's important to me because I know what's important to me, and you can't argue what's important to someone else. It's a very personal thing. We stopped in a town called Fairfield today. We drove to the town's interior. We were in search of an In-N-Out burger. That burger tried to It's okay. It's okay.
Gather yourself. Get it together. Get it together.
That burger tried to elude us. We went down Air Base Parkway for miles and miles and miles. Scott called the regional headquarters for In-N-Out burger. Not once. Not twice. But 3 times. He talked to a woman named Susie. She told him everything he wanted to hear. About a place called Travis Boulevard. Give me a second. We almost gave up. I'm gonna give it to you straight. We almost gave up. We drove and we drove. We passed the other side of the highway. That place, part of town nobody wanted to go to. We pulled into a shopping mall, for Christ's sakes. And we looked for an In-N-Out burger when all of us knew In-N-Out burger's a freestanding structure. None of us had ever seen an In-N-Out burger in a strip mall before. I was driving myself. I still pulled into that mall, knowing damn well it wasn't in there. So embarrassed. We drove through the mall just trying to get out. That was all I wanted to do, just get out. Once I got in there, I knew, this ain't it. Just get out of here, Stanton. Get out of here and clean yourself up. Just get out. Don't make it any worse than it has to be. I felt bad for the rest of the guys that I brought them in there. I took a left. I was planning on getting out of there. I saw a bag girl. Just a regular bag girl helping a woman with their bags. I don't know what came over me, but I stopped. I stopped that Chevy Trailblazer. And I looked at her and I said, "Ma'am, do you know where In-N-Out burger is?" That little angel. Her name was Katie. Katie! She looked me in the eye. And let's not mince words. I think she was attracted to my beard. Who couldn't be? But we've gone over that in the confessional. So, Katie, we've driven a lot of miles. Almost 2,000 miles. Do you know where the nearest In-N-Out burger is? And that sweet angel of a bad girl told me it's right off Travis, the Travis exit. God bless her, she was right. So we went to one more exit up. We got off and we went in and out. I got animal style. Scott got partial animal style and Tom didn't. So that was the best part. What was the other question? I gotta think about it. Low light. Man, there's been so many. Low light. Low light. Low light.
Taylor?
Taylor. I don't know. I mean, it's a hard one.
My low light. Stu, I'll finish it. I'll finish.
Okay.
My low light. Planning is planning. We went at the time of the year that we did.
Yeah.
It's off season.
Yeah.
I loved every place we went to,
Yeah.
but I think that if it was a full boat and high season, it would have been. Don't get me wrong, I had the best time, but it would have been off the freaking rails.
Right.
I'm not talking off the chain.
No, Scott.
I'm not talking off the hook.
Scott.
Talking off. Stu?
The rails.
Rails.
Yeah, Scott's right. You know, and this is, we're not at the point here where we're gonna point fingers. That's not what this is about. But when Tom came to us with the idea,
Who?
Tom, yeah, we both said, how you say, we both agreed that it was a good idea to do this cross-country thing, but I don't know how to say this. Tom's in the union, and he was really, really scared about his time off, what days he could take, etc., etc. And we said, Tom, can you adjust it a little bit, excuse me, so that we can move further back, so that we can get into ski season, so we get a little life in these towns, a little life in this trip, a little life in our stops, you know? And he said, you know, I agree. Tom's a reasonable guy. He said, you know what? I agree with you. Your rationale is sound. Your logic is good. But I'm afraid that if I ask to move these dates back, I'm going to have my kneecaps broken and my life endangered. I said, Tom, you're on the board of directors of Local 472. You know, you should be in total control of your comings and goings. And he said, Stu, I'll give it to you straight. Just this one time. We're driving through Nevada. I said, yeah, what's that got to do with anything, Tom? I said, the movie Casino? It's the real deal. That's when Scott and I knew that Tom had no control over when we went, you know, and when we left or when we came. The down season, small price to pay for saving the life of our friend Tom. You know, it's the old story. It's the same. It's really the theme of this trip. When I agreed to let Tom and Scott and I go on the dates that we did, that being November 5th to November 12th, Scott and I saved the life of our old friend. Has it hit me